your book, or the book that you're representing, should be on our front cover.
Brilliant. Okay. So, the purpose of this presentation is to show you guys how fantastic this book is, and to let you guys know exactly what this book has to offer. Now, I believe and I have faith that this book should be the leading book in all the in the Times, in the financial press, in the national newspapers, everywhere, and this will be a win-win situation. Now, throughout this presentation, I'm going to provide you details of what this book has to offer, why reputation management is important to not just you, me, but to everyone, and also the good benefits of this book and its unique selling points. Okay, so now I'll throw a question in the air. Why is reputation management important to us? Why is it important to you? Why is it important to me? Well, anyone who cares about their reputation or should care about reputation management. So it is important to us. Okay, now in the olden times, and I believe long before I was born, there was no such thing as Facebook, Google, Twitter, any of those things. But now we have all of that to our disposal. And guess what? Anyone can be famous now. So you can share information online, someone can even put information about you. But whether it's good or bad, that's the difference. Now, for example, Michael Phelps, he's a winning superstar. And he does very well in swimming. He's won gold medals, he's won multi-million pounds sponsorship deals. But in the recent times, there was a photograph of him smoking. And that, guess what, dented his reputation. Now, you might be thinking, so what's that got to do with me? Well, it's got everything to do with you, because Michael Phelps is no different to a new graduate, he's no different to a business owner, and he's no different to the CEO of a large corporation. Now, all of these people have one thing in common, and that's your reputation. So your reputation can be cemented or dented. Now, this book will show you how to make sure that you will not go through that. Now, why should you get this book? For the simple reason that the illustration I've shown you, you will not have to go through that. This book will show you how to protect and promote your reputation management. It will also show you how to maintain your reputation management. Now, the thing I love about this book that it talks about is the fact that we are all brands. Now, we have good brands, we have bad brands. Everyone wants to wear the good brand, don't they? Now, look at Nike. Nike is a world-class brand, aren't they? Everyone likes to wear Nike. Your kids would love to wear Nike trainers. Your families would love to buy Nike trainers for your kids. But in the mid-90s, there was rumors going on about them employing sweatshops, which dented their reputation. Now, a good brand can be dented just by little things like that, which is very important that although a brand might be a global organization, but what is a brand? It's you and I. Now, the features of this book is very easy to read and it's very easy to understand. This book is very structured and engaging. It's divided in two sections. First section in a theoretical side of reputation management, and the second section is to show you the practical side of it, to show you how to really do it into practice and how to demonstrate in your own life.
So it's easy to read, this book, it stops me smoking, and why should I put it on the front cover of my newspaper?
Because this will be able to make a big impact to everyone who reads this book.
So it has a big impact to anyone who reads the book.
And a contribution to anyone who comes across this book in terms of their life. It appeals to everyone.
If I put the latest Dan Brown thriller on the front of my newspaper, that will really help people have a bit of escapism. Isn't that a good thing?
Not necessarily, because in terms of reputation management, it can affect your next move, whatever you do. A new graduate is looking for a job. If he has not managed his reputation properly, he could lose it. And this book will show you the right steps of raising your profile on social networks such as Facebook, such as Twitter, so that to raise your profile for the employer. Imagine if you had two people going for an interview. The first person had a profile which showed that he was a very professional individual on his Facebook profile. And another person, he had a picture of him being drunk one crazy night. Who would you employ? You would employ the person who has a very professional.
In this newspaper, just see what depends on.
We're wild and crazy.
Yeah, no, your point is right about society. We can joke, but your point about society is very good. And I do check people out on Facebook. I still don't quite see why a book about checking people out on Facebook should be at the front of my newspaper. It's a Christmas supplement.
Can I just ask the question a different way? What is the number one reason why this book, above all the other books that we've been pitched in the last week at this magazine company, go on the front cover of our Christmas supplement?
This book has got a unique selling point. Many, in fact, I would like to share with you guys. It's designed by two authors who are very intelligent and specialists in what they do. They are leaders in their expertise that they offer. And I believe that the knowledge that they have to share is something that everyone can benefit, not just the CEO of a large corporation, but the child who's learning about reputation, who's learning how to manage their actions for their next job online. Now, it shares also techniques in how to manage your reputation in the proper way. And that is something that a lot of people of this day and age need to learn. And that's what this book has to offer. And that is why I think, not just in monetary success, but in contribution to the society, will be unmeasured.
Could I ask a question here? Why would I authorise expenditure to put your book, this book, on the front of my magazine? What return could I expect from having this book on the front of my magazine?
Now someone might not understand what personal reputation management is, but the minute they read the first chapter, they will know that they are dealing with something big, and this can affect their lives. So having that in your newspaper is a big, unique selling point to make sure that you are letting people know that I have something